Grace Medical Outreach Ministry, opening doors to service and the gospel. The Bible tells us that Jesus' ministry involved preaching, teaching, and healing the sick. How can Christians follow Christ's example today? There is a way. Grace Medical Outreach Ministry works with people who lack access to medical care and with spiritual needs. Dalton, Georgia is an industrial town with a large immigrant population, many of whom lack medical care. Grace Medical Outreach Ministry was started in 2009 to provide primary medical care services right in people's homes. Doctors and nurses, assisted by non-medical volunteers, go to the homes of those who could only receive care with great difficulty or who cannot afford care. Medical house calls. Didn't that go out of fashion 50 years ago? House calls are a wonderful way to reach out, to get to know people, to make friendships. Dr. Wiley Smith is the medical director for Grace Medical Outreach. Dr. Smith worked for 8 years as a missionary physician in Belize, Central America. He found that house calls can solve complex medical problems. House calls form lasting relationships with families, allowing the effective presentation of the gospel message and discipleship opportunities. In the Dalton area, pastors and volunteers go with Dr. Smith on house calls for patients. We can help with genuine medical, spiritual, and emotional needs of patients while pointing them to Christ.
Hi, my name's Rosemary, and I'd like to share with you how Grace Ministry has touched my life. I became ill, no longer able to work, and did not have the resources to survive. And through Grace Ministry, I received medical care that has enabled me to follow through on the things I needed to do to make changes in my life. They also helped me with resources and contacts so I could move forward. I'm thankful for everything that they've made possible for me. I've been alone in the wheelchair. As I fall a lot, it's made it possible for me to be more active.
Good afternoon, church family. I'm here to say a few words on behalf of Dr. Smith. I'm a home patient of his. When I came from Jamaica to the States here, I did not have medical cards to do my medications, and Dr. Smith has been doing it for me. Here I can get my medication at a cheaper rate. So I'm thankful for him and give God the glory and the praise.
Grace Medical Outreach works with other organizations to provide higher levels of care for our patients.
Hi, I'm Jill Hungerford. I'm the social worker at Hamilton Home Health in Dalton. Hamilton is a great organization, but we could not be so great without the help of Grace Medical Outreach. Hamilton Home Health cannot treat some patients without a primary care doctor, and that's where Grace Medical Outreach comes in. It provides medical care for our patients and sign orders so that we can continue to treat them. We really appreciate the people at Grace Medical Outreach because they've been so helpful and so kind. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Lynn Herring, and I'm a nurse with Hamilton Home Health. I see patients in a very poverty-stricken area, and many of these patients do not have any type of insurance. They don't have any kind of access to get to and from the physicians. They don't even know where their next meal is going to come from, much less the medications that they need to function with the disease processes that they have. Grace Medical Outreach has been very instrumental in providing services, home visits, and therefore prescriptions, and help with medications to get these patients the care that they need. We at Hamilton Home Health do appreciate this for the care that Grace Medical Outreach has given and provided for our patients.
Just would like to tell you about Grace Medical Missions. It has been a great godsend to the ministry of helping the hurting, to us personally, and to many friends that we know. They are able to come in and provide medical care of the top-notch quality for those who do not have medical insurance and otherwise would have a lot more medical problems than they have. God has been able to use this ministry to help people get medicine that they need, the medical treatment they need, and to become healthy and well. We are so thankful that God has sent them to this area.
What services does Grace Medical Outreach provide? If you live in the Dalton, Georgia area and have difficulty getting primary medical services because of disability, transportation, or financial reasons, we provide medical house calls. This service is offered at no cost. We also provide low-cost laboratory testing. Because of the generosity of Hamilton Medical Center in Dalton, we are able to provide a wide variety of tests. A volunteer lab technician takes blood samples once a week. We don't have our own pharmacy, but we try to give our house call ministry patients low-cost generic medicines available at local pharmacies. We also assist patients in enrolling in pharmaceutical company patient assistance programs to receive free medications. Grace Medical Outreach goes beyond the Dalton, Georgia area. We gather excess medications and such things as crutches, walkers, and wheelchairs to send overseas for medical missions. Dr. Wiley Smith, in cooperation with missionary agency Mission to the World, leads teams of volunteers to work in such places as Haiti, Ukraine, and Southeast Asia. How can you help? Please pray for Grace Medical Outreach. Pray that God will use the ministry to promote His kingdom and bring people to Christ. Pray for more helpers for the ministry. We're looking for churches and individuals to partner with our ministry to provide more services for our patients. We need doctors, nurses, and medical professionals who can volunteer their time and giftedness. We especially need non-medical volunteers who can help visit the sick and provide friendship, transportation, and help around the house. We're looking for patients who need our services. If you know of someone who is not getting the medical care they need due to being homebound or issues of transportation and finances, please let us know. Please consider giving to Grace Medical Outreach. We are a 501c3 charity governed by a board of directors. Your tax-deductible contributions will really help. Consider supporting our ministry through your church budget. Grace Medical Outreach Ministry, opening the doors to service and the gospel in Dalton, Georgia, and the world.
My name is Philip Hamilton, and I just wanted to say a few words on behalf of Grace Medical Outreach and how we've been blessed by what they do for us. I'm pretty much bedridden most of the time, and I rarely leave the house, and I can't leave the house for doctor's appointments and so forth. And so Grace Medical Outreach, they've blessed us by coming into our home and with full medical staff, everything that we need, prescriptions, radiology, anything you can imagine. They take care of that for us by actually coming into our home, and we feel very privileged and very blessed to have people care for us like the Grace Medical Outreach team. Honey?
I like it because it's a Christian oriented thing, and they pray with us, and we love to pray with God.
That's right. We cherish the prayers here and at their meetings too. I understand they pray for all their patients, and we can feel that on our end, and that means so much to us, and we just can't thank them enough.
Hi, I'm Paula. This is my husband Ken. I have multiple sclerosis.
We want to thank all the people from Home Health and the doctors that come to our house that help my wife with the situation that she's going through. She has MS and other problems, and I'm also disabled. Without the help of the physicians that come in here and the nurses' aides and all of the organizations that do, she would not be able to do the things that she can do. And we really appreciate all the help that is being given to us with no obligations whatsoever. But we all know Jesus is the way, because they always pray with us. They give us the hope and strength that is brought to us from the Lord through them by what they do, and anyone that will help is gladly appreciated.
It has benefited me just knowing these people. They're all wonderful.
How can you help? Please pray for Grace Medical Outreach. Pray that God will use the ministry to promote His kingdom and bring people to Christ. Pray for more helpers for the ministry. We're looking for churches and individuals to partner with our ministry to provide more services for our patients. We need doctors, nurses, and medical professionals who can volunteer their time and giftedness. We especially need non-medical volunteers who can help visit the sick and provide friendship, transportation, and help around the house. We're looking for patients who need our services. If you know of someone who is not getting the medical care they need due to being homebound or issues of transportation and finances, please let us know. Please consider giving to Grace Medical Outreach. We are a 501c3 charity governed by a board of directors. Your tax-deductible contributions will really help. Consider supporting our ministry through your church budget. Grace Medical Outreach Ministry, opening the doors to service and the gospel in Dalton, Georgia and the world.